right, here we go. VG Knocc Out, your triumphant return back to Vlad TV. West, y'all.
They not like us. You know
they not like us. Which brings us to our first topic, of course, the Kendrick versus Drake battle. Now, you being a West Coast dude, obviously I know the answer to who won.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the whole battle?
I think it's awesome, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just think it's dope for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Mainly, they made people excited about hip hop again. You know what I'm saying? So I think overall, for me, that's what I like about it. You know what I mean?
Okay. But this was a very different type of battle.
Yeah.
Like, battles are always kind of gossipy in a way. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
Tupac, I think, kind of lowered the bar in terms of saying
lowered the bar.
Well, I don't want to say raised the bar because, you know, he talked about sleeping with Biggie's wife.
Okay.
Which I felt was like
a low blow?
A low blow, yeah.
Yeah, that's what battle is, though. I mean, battle is about, you know, getting at the person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
However you choose to. I think the only thing off limits would be like somebody that passed away or something like that. You know what I mean? But
that's not off limits these days.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, after drill, you know what I mean?
Yeah, drill does that every day. Smoking on Tuka and all that type of stuff. You know, people's kids used to be off limits.
Right.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah.
And I felt this was the most gossipy battle of all time.
What you mean gossipy though? Like about what?
It was gossip about the other person. Okay. You know, Kendrick claimed that Drake had a secret daughter.
Okay, yeah.
Then Drake claimed that one of Kendrick's kids isn't his.
Okay.
Then, you know, Kendrick claimed that Drake was a pedo. And you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's not really about who's the best or whatever. It's like who could find the most dirt on the other person.
But I think that come from battle rap, if you ask me. Because, you know, with the battle rap culture, that's what they do. They usually find people close to the person that they want to speak about, and they would try to get some dirt on them. You know what I mean? Like whatever they can, whether it's their real name, whether they went to high school, you know what I'm saying? What was they baby mama's names and things like that. Like, I think that's kind of the approach, it seemed to me, that they took on this battle between them.
But when you guys were beefing with Death Row, none of that came up.
Yeah, that's how it looked. If you think about real Compton City G's, right? Hey, yo, doctor, here's another proper track in this fat. Watch the sniper. Time to pay the piper. And let the real stuff provoke. See, you's a wannabe loc and you'll get smoked. And I hope that your fans understand when you talk about spraying me. Like when Eazy was talking about, you know, you getting pistol whipped by your sergeant and all that shit. Me saying, Dre, you ain't from Compton. All these things was like things that we had to know in order to say them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we didn't make the stuff up. You know, it was like, so what happened back in our day, there used to be females running between our camp and their camp.
Right.
And they would come back and tell us what was happening over there, and I'm sure they would run back and tell them whatever they seen with us. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And then Eazy gave us a lot of information because he personally knew Dre. You know what I'm saying? He kind of knew Snoop as well because Snoop came around Eazy, I believe, through Warren G, because Warren G is Dre's brother, half brother or whatever.
Stepbrother.
Stepbrother, right? Yeah. And then I guess they was all clicked up with Above the Law back then. But Above the Law, I think they probably just didn't know what, you know, how to get them signed or whatever. But he kind of like, you know, so he had a lot of information, you know what I'm saying, that he fed to my brother because, you know, Dresta actually penned those lyrics, you know what I'm saying, for them too. And so that's how we got all the info, you know what I mean? So it was like, it's kind of sort of the same thing, if you think about it.
So Dre's not from Compton?
Dre grew up right next to Compton, which would be considered South Central in Athens Park. So it's like, he's right on the borderline, but I believed he lived there. So what happens is, Vlad, a lot of times people, when they have family from somewhere and they go visit, they might get, you know, kind of turned out and then start claiming that area type shit. And I believe that's kind of what Dre did, but he didn't actually grow up there. He didn't go to school there. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't lose his virginity there, none of that. You feel what I'm saying? And I think by way of his family, you know, he started claiming Compton. You understand what I'm saying? But he's not originally homegrown. You know, like when you came out your mother's womb and your first address was there type shit. You feel me?
I mean, yeah, if you look at one of NWA's biggest songs with Ice Cube, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
And Ice
but he's
Cube
not
ain't
actually
from Compton either.
He's not from Compton at all.
Exactly.
He's from South Central, right?
Exactly. So I think it was an Eazy's idea for them to come out and push that.
Yeah.
And they just roll with it. I think that's, you know, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what they did.
Right. But, I mean, you guys did talk about basically Suge bullying everybody at death row.
Right.
Right. What was the lines? Like, you know, get your ass popped with a Smith & Wesson.
Right. Because we heard a lot of, the females used to tell us that he used to be over there slapping dudes up in the studio and shit like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that we used that against him. You know what I mean?
Right. But you didn't talk about anyone's kids.
Yeah, because we didn't go that far. Like, we didn't go that far. You're right.
Yeah. No, like I'm saying, it was more or less traditional rap battling.
Yeah.
I'm the best, you suck.
Yeah.
I'm more street than you, you're a fake gangster.
Yeah.
You're not really from here. That's all relatively standard. Like I said, when Tupac started off with, that's why I fucked your bitch. Like, it was like, oh.
But see, if that would have happened, we would have probably said it. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get us wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I guess no one really had women they slept with in common or whatever else. And I guess, I mean, Michelle A had a baby with Suge later on.
Yeah, had a baby with Dre, right?
And Dre, you know. Then, so I guess you can't really use that, but yeah. But I'm sure, considering how close Eazy and Dre were, I'm sure Eazy had some private information about him that he didn't let out.
You gotta understand is with them two, bro, they really had love for each other despite, you know, the music. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand, if you hate somebody and that live right down the street from you, that can't really be too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, bro. Y'all live, like, you could stand on Easy porch and see Dre house type shit.
Right, they lived in Calabasas.
Calabasas, yeah. So it's like, the hate didn't go that deep. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I seen and what I knew. And them even having conversations here and there. Like, you know, even despite him and Ice Cube's relationship, him and the Doc's relationship, like, they actually used to conversate sometime on the phone. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really that serious.